right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. He'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. Well, that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Heavy. He's coming. We got double up. Hey, alert 3. Yeah. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Come on. You come on. Mike 52.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And some room to work. And now look at him go. Touchdown. Great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding where to harness those nerves and now they're going to affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Mike 45. I got you. Jim. Check safety. Check the Betty weapon. Short.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go right here now. Tight dog. Kill.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go. SOS. That's a what?
They go play action with Haskins. And that is incomplete here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mike 52. I'm trying to collect.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. With a catch made by Johnson. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback. So they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
36, 36. 61. Max box. Right. That's it. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
On play action. Haskins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
51 to Mike. Don't get nervous. Check three. Check three. Check three. Go, go. Watch twist. Slam. Slam. Twist.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis on.
So far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Check, 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 check. Shut up.
Second and 5 now. Haskins. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. Now second and 7 from the 23. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And it's third down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 6-0 our score after one.
With the score being 6, Lions nothing.
Watch one. Watch one. You know why? Check 31. Check 31. Go. What do you want? Look for. So Mike's number one. I got you, son. I got go. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This will be called. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I have
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. Got led to the side.
20. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Focus, defense, focus. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long. Check 43.
They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Tighten up, tighten up. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Showing up, showing up. Echo, echo.
Now back to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check 4, check 4. Back, Hassan. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
On first down, he dropped the throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. By the way, they're into the second quarter now out in Carson. The Broncos, they've got the early lead over the Chargers. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Stop your run.
They'll drop the throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were looking for Johnson that time. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's bring it. Check 37. Check 37. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And what a big-time play there. And even 60 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
So we get slapped up here sometimes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this drive will start at the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 22, Jet, Bubba. 22, Jet, Bubba. Bubba. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Switch up, switch up.
To throw again. Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This will be caught about the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
52, my 52. I can't believe they let you play.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spending...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Here in the third quarter defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 13.
Right back to him on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Reset, tighten up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He sets the fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, Momentum may be shifting in their favor.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That second down play, that's a -4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the safety creep. Check, check. Lucky. No ball. Check. Check three. Check three. Check three. 45 the mic. 45 the mic. We got double up. Double up. Double up. Double up.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
No. Off.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
On the ready. 52, right 52. Army. Go. Neil. Under 10. 10 left.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. And they rattle off a big one. 61 yards that time on the ground.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Set.
They'll try the left side. Childress. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Check 52's the mile. I'm going to come back to you. Any weapon. Back to you. Deuce.
Throwing on second and long. Haskins. Johnson's got it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Bring it over there, right? 52's the mic. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check your hot read. That's it.
Play action. Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on it, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Hey, come on. 52. Watch the out. Watch the out.
3rd and 2. Now Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Haskins now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
Check curls, check curls. Rush in, rush in. Come on. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Check. Mike 52. You. Echo. Check that. We want Mike 52.
Now it's Haskins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Shift.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. And James has it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st down, Detroit.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Mike.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
47-yard line.
Haskins now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to walk one deep left side here. This is caught at the 20. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 58 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Sponge! 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 No, no, no!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Check 55 to Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike 55. Mike 55. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 55 is Mike, guys. 55.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Check 6 guys.
He'll drop to throw. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Your track, your track. Plus, 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
Choose the mind.
Out of the shotgun. Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 40 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Same on. Hot, hot. Bang, 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 bang. Bang. Check, check.
Now a handoff looking right.
Check, check.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Yeah, baby.
Smith in on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
You got tight right there. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up the throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
We own them. We own them. Hey, check Mike 40. Go. 45. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Shift. Watch the shift.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Double dog. That's the way. Shift.
Now they try the right side here. What a spin. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, good move. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, You got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Haskins to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I've never played it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And that drives coach. Which is insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Okay, ready? 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. Score. Stage situation. Let's go. Watch the eye.
Derrick Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 39-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Check. Kill.
Henry out of the pistol. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Hey, lock it. He's coming. We got double up. Go.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. It is double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers puts it. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Right, 315. 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Run pass. Shit. Check nickel. Big ass.
They'll run the Marshawn Lynch.
Check safety.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Check the out.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Rock it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes them one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll try the right side with Henry. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That's just running the ball one-on-one, because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline.
Here we go. 15 line. Topper. Big grip.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Now lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it.
Leo.
On first down, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Shuts up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check. 3 down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
30 base. Let's go. 55 mark, guys. 55. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hard. Come out here. Come get some. Here, one.
Now it's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Go out.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check, look at me. Go.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 44 yards.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Drop deep, drop deep.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
There. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run. Delta. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go. 25.
Now it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt Ruled up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the Giants, Joe Judge. Any surprises in your mind?
Well, I think you start with Joe Judge going to the Giants, coming from New England, where he was the special teams coach for most of his career. And this season added wide receivers to his duties. Well regarded within the ranks of the NFL. Not much known about him to the outside world. It's kind of a reveal to everyone. Joe Judge, people will now get to know who he is, because most people thought Matt Rule was going to go to New York. He ends up in Carolina. And then, of course, Ron Rivera, he would have been a candidate for Dallas. He would have been a candidate for New York, as well as Washington. And Washington never let him out of the building. That was a big-time hire for them.
On second and 10, Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Tannehill. Got him in. It's Bruno. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Again, Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To the air again, Tannehill. It's caught, Humphries. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Slam, slam, slam.
Here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then we'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Is fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 74 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.